Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some not for me made May makes. Say that 100 times fast. Anyway, I have some to show you, and I'm going to get right to it in a second. But first of all, I'd just like to take a moment and say thank you to all the new subscribers and everyone who comments and likes and watches, participates in the live sessions. This is becoming a little family, a little community of people who love to sew, and that really is my goal. So thank you for that, getting me one step closer to that. And I just want to say welcome. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And if you would like to get a notification, you need to click the bell. So if you want to know every time there's a new video, for example, if you want to know when a live video is starting so you can get on, usually they're Sunday afternoons, make sure you click that bell so that you get a notification. Okay? I try to give everybody heads up warning when I'm going to do a live session, and normally I've been doing them at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoons. This past week was different because I had a birthday party to go to for my granddaughter, but for the most part they've been Sunday afternoons. So we're going to just see how that works out for a while. But if you want to be notified when that's happening, please go ahead and click that bell. Okay, so I never expected this to be an Ellie and Mac video. But as I looked at all the things I have made for gifts this month, they just ended up being all Ellie and Mac. And that's just because I love their patterns, and especially their children's patterns and things. So if you would like to check Ellie and Mac out, they are a fabulous company. If you haven't used them before, they have on their website, they always have $1 Wacky Wednesday patterns, usually just Wednesdays, but for this time that we're all isolated, they've been actually running them for the whole week. So there's always $1 patterns. She has a really good selection usually, and you can save them up and build your library pretty quickly if you buy those every week. She also has 60% off this month, so definitely check that out. If you'd like to, I do have an affiliate link in the description that you can use to check out. All right, so I wanted to talk about Me Made May. All right, so Me Made May can never be me made, from as in making things for me, because we have as many birthdays in May and early June as we have makes that I have to do for Christmas. So it's crazy. So it can never be a me made month just for me. So what I have done the last couple years is just called it a not for me made May, because it basically is a selfless sewing month instead of a selfish sewing month for me. I have plenty of selfish sewing months. Believe me, I make plenty of things for myself. But May is all about birthdays and Mother's Day. My husband's birthday is in May. My daughter's birthday is in May. 2 of my granddaughters are in May. And my youngest grandson is in early June. So there are a ton of gifts that need to be made for May. So this is not for me made May. I'm going to show you the gifts that I have made for my grandkids and my daughter, and Mother's Day gift for my mother-in-law. I did not make my husband's yet. His birthday is May 6th, but I was busy with the other things, and he understands. So, I'm making him swim trunks, so it's not like he can actually use them just yet. So I have the fabric, I just haven't made them yet. So that's a disclosure. And that one is actually a 5 out of 4 pattern. So it's not Ellie and Mac. So I guess there is one deviation there. So the first birthday of the month is my daughter, Natalie. She turned 36 this month. She is very much my mini-me. She looks exactly like I did at that age, and in many ways we're very similar in a lot of ways. We're also individual in a lot of ways, but she's definitely my mini-me. So I made her, she loves cardigans, and even though the weather's getting warmer, there are just still occasions to wear them in the spring and summer here in Ohio. So I made her the Chapman cardigan from Ellie and Mac. I'll put a picture up here. I enjoyed this pattern so much. I've sewn a lot of cardigan patterns, and I love the blackwood, but I've always said that one thing I didn't enjoy about the blackwood is that it didn't come across, and you can't like wrap up in it. It comes like to here, and that's it. The Chapman actually finishes and kind of can close in the front if you needed to wrap it around you. I also like the way these pockets are. They're kind of built right into the band, so they feel a little more secure than just patch pockets on a knit, which I think pull. And I tend to not put my pockets on cardigans just because I feel like they just pull. But they're sort of reimbursed by putting them in the band, and I really did like that. And she loves pockets, so I would have put pockets on hers one way or the other. But she loved it, and it is a great cardigan pattern. So I just wanted to show you that one. Then the next thing I made was for Mother's Day, which was early this year on the 10th. My mother-in-law is 90. She'll be 91 in August. She's a dear, dear woman. I have known her practically all my life because I married the paper boy. We lived in the same neighborhood. And she's very feminine. Even though she's 90 years old, she still gets up, puts makeup on, she dresses up. She's a very classy lady, and she's a very sweet lady. So I like to make her things that fit her well because she's got that kind of hunchback, and she's very, very petite, but still in a like 16, 18 size otherwise. So I like to make her things that will fit in the neck and shoulders because she has difficulty with that. Things are always pulling off to the side, or, you know, bra straps hanging out, and she has a real difficulty with that. So I did make this petal top from Ellie and Mac. I'll put a picture here. It is so, so feminine, and she loved it. And of course, we can't see her right now for very long. We actually only saw her through a window. She lives in assisted living, and here in Ohio, there's no visitation to any residential or nursing facility for the elderly. So we are not allowed to go in and see her, but we were able to go and talk through a window, which we got to do on the Friday before Mother's Day. And she has since called us and told us that it fits really well. So I can't wait to see it on her. She's very, I know the picture makes it look really short, but that's really how she is. So it's perfect for her. It's just a really feminine fabric, and I love the flow of that pattern, and I cannot wait to make myself one because I think that is just a flattering pattern. The fabric is from Girl Charlee, and it is just one of their new spring fabrics, and I just love that fabric. It's just so feminine. So, and then the underneath is just some cotton lycra, just off-white cotton lycra that I have. So anyway, that was a wonderful pattern to sew. I loved it. I would rate that pattern up there really high as well. I think that there's very few people that wouldn't look good on. Maybe some super, super busty people. It could maybe enhance that a little, but not very many people would be that busty where it would really not look good. The key to that would be to make sure from here to here that there's enough length that it breaks at the right point on your body. But what a beautiful pattern. So definitely check that one out. And I bought that one for $1 when it was on a couple weeks ago. It was on the $1 wacky pattern. And then I want to introduce you to this wonderful capsule wardrobe that they have on Ellie and Mac. It is a princess capsule, and it takes several other little girls' dress patterns and makes them into the princesses, the Disney princesses. So my sweet little granddaughter, Dottie, who turned 3 on May 12th, and she is obsessed with Frozen. So I made her this Anna dress. She loves it. I'll put some pictures of her in it as well. She absolutely loves it, and I was thrilled with the way it turned out. So in that capsule, there is Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. There is an Elsa version. There is Rapunzel. Anyway, it's a very neat capsule. I already had most of the patterns in the capsule, so I didn't buy the capsule. As you can see, they are just amazing. And you know, the thing that I really like about them is that they're just knit dresses. They're very wearable. They're things that they can wear all day. They're not just, you know, tulle and satin and everything dress up clothes. These are things that your kids can actually wear and feel like a princess, not just for an hour of play, but for all day. So I loved it, and I can't wait to make more princesses for her. She is actually kind of loves Snow White, so I think I may do that one next. But it's an incredible. If you don't have any Ellie and Mac's patterns yet and you have a little girl, you should definitely go pick that capsule up because it has some wonderful potential in there. Wonderful instructions, super easy construction, just everything you'd ever want. I think I made it in 2 hours. The thing that was more difficult, not difficult, but time consuming, I actually used heat transfer vinyl, used my silhouette to cut out the flowers and the bodice piece and all of that. And I actually found on Etsy, and I'll put the link in the description, I did find the cut files for Anna's bodice. So I'll put that link down below in case you'd like to do that as well. It was a fun project. Only time-consuming part was doing all the heat transfer. My heat press was going because I could only put like that much of the skirt in at a time, and it's a full circle skirt, so I had to go all the way around. And and it was many layers of vinyl because there's several colors in there, but it was worth every minute. And the sewing part was super easy. So that leads me to Miss Ada, who turned 8 on the 18th. She's the reason I couldn't have the live session on Sunday because we were at her birthday parade. They did a drive-by birthday parade for her, and leading the way, believe it or not, was an alpaca. My son-in-law's brother has alpacas on his farm, so this alpaca was leading the birthday parade. And it was a blast. There were like 30 cars, and she had no idea that it was going to be done. And she was thrilled. It was so cute. And the other set of grandparents and a favorite aunt and uncle, and I and my husband, we went in for, actually we had pie instead of cake and ice cream because that's what she wanted. So it was very good social distancing. It was only just a handful of people that actually went in the house. And just wonderful time. And I made her 2 rompers. The South Shore romper's been one of my favorite patterns for me, and they have a kids version, so I made 2 rompers for her. And you can see her in the pink or the coral one, and she just made the cutest TikTok video, so I'm going to show that to you here in a moment. But it is just so cute. She's just an amazing girl. She's like that whole saying about she may be little but she's fierce. That's her. She's just wonderful kid. And I'm going to show you that cute video. They put this on TikTok. What a joy. She is, her name is Ada Joy, and she very much is a joy. And also, I made those 2 rompers, and then I actually had intended different fabric for Ada's romper, one of her rompers. It was purple stripes and purple floral, and instead of the coral and the coral stripes and coral floral. And I cut them out, and I realized that the shorts were really not long enough for the modesty level that my daughter likes for her girls, and I really want to respect that. I mean, I am so happy that she's careful. She has 3 girls, and one of them is 12, going on 13 soon, and it's just, you know, it's just really great that she's instilling that in them. So there's no way I wanted to cross that. So I realized I had cut them out too short, and I could have made them, and it probably would have been okay. But I wanted her to be able to wear it to their homeschool co-op and things, and they have real strict rules for that. So I decided to use some fabric I bought for myself, that coral, and then I just put the purple and I just put the other pieces aside. I really didn't know what I was going to do with them, although I had intended on making Dottie one more dress. So I looked at those pieces and I thought, those are just so beautiful. The fabric is gorgeous. So I decided to just cut those pieces down to 4T and make it for Dottie. So that's what I did. So Dottie also got her a South Shore romper in the deal. She's also going to get a frozen backpack. I just haven't gotten around to make that yet. I made her brother a backpack on his 4th birthday, and they love it because actually they use it to haul around his stuff. So she wants a frozen one. So I'm going to do that for her as well. I just haven't gotten to that yet. But you know, she did get the Anna dress and the South Shore romper. So, and I've not seen the romper on her yet, but I'm sure it's going to be adorable. What a great pattern that South Shore romper is. It's quick. Construction takes about an hour. It's that quick. And as long as you're comfortable with putting knit bands on, it's like a breeze. So don't be afraid of that pattern. It is wonderful. So the backpack I'm going to make Dottie is also Ellie and Mac, and I'm going to do that in frozen. It's the Oli Belly, I think that's how you say it, backpack. And I'm going to be making that real soon. Coming up, my grandson, his birthday's on June 15th. So we have an early birthday in June. My Dottie's big brother, my little grandson EJ, the one with the red hair that you see me sewing things for sometimes. And I am going to make for him a Transformer jacket by Ellie and Mac. And this is the fabric that I'm going to use for that. I think buffalo plaid is so cute on little boys, and can you imagine how cute that's going to be with his red hair? If you have not seen the Transformer jacket, it is a jacket that turns into a backpack, which at first you think, why, right? The first time I heard about it, I thought, yeah, that's neat, but why? And then you realize that means that the kids can carry their own jacket. So, you know how if you're out and it's a little bit chilly, but then it gets warm. This way you can turn the jacket into a backpack and carry it on your back. So I think it's a really smart thing for kids. And they are actually just finished a sew along on those on Ellie and Mac, which I'll probably refer to as I'm making this, but that is going to be for EJ. And I'm real excited about making that. I think actually my other grandson Sam is going to get one as well. So. All right, so those are my not for me made May makes this month. I've only done a few things for myself. The Allegros that I was testing for Love Notions, and this is an Ellie and Mac poppy top that is halfway done. It has this mustard color floral that's going to be part of it. And I just started that today. And so May has been a pretty prolific month for me as far as sewing goes. And it's been a blast. I love so much to sew for my little grandkids. And it's just a joy. So if you have children and you have not seen Ellie and Mac Patterns, you need to head over there because they have a ton of really adorable kids patterns. And also, if you care to, you can use my affiliate link down below. I hope you've enjoyed seeing those. I sure have enjoyed sewing them. So I have one more thing today, and that is a viewer make. And this is a quilt that came from Susan Gannon, and she is one of my subscribers who is just very faithful in watching and commenting, and she's just the kindest, nicest person. And she sent me this photo of this quilt that she made. These are all K Facet fabrics. If you have never seen his fabrics, it's a color, it's color euphoria. That's all I can explain. It's just an explosion of color. So I'm sure the photo, although the photo is beautiful, I'm sure it doesn't, in person, the colors are probably just incredible. I just think that pattern's beautiful. It's a log cabin quilt, she said. She said the fabric was gifted to her. And anyway, I just think it's gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, Susan. And keep sending those makes in, everybody. I love to highlight those. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I hope to see you all again soon. Don't forget to check out Ellie and Mac 60% off and the wacky patterns for $1. And I hope you all have a fantastic afternoon. Happy sewing.